Hi, my name is Maureen Heberly. I am in class BI 201 A and P. This is for the muscles, the week 7 midterm. I am in Professor Lane's class, and I need to film this way because I am alone, so I can't demonstrate, and I also need to film. So this is the best I can do on this. Okay, so I need some copies of the anatomy so that I can use it for the display. I'm going to go down the list as it's in order on our paper. The frontalis is right here on the forehead. The orbicularis oculi is around the eye, a little supporting muscle there. The orbicularis oris is around the mouth. And the mastoid is at the neck, and this is a pivot joint, the SCM, and you turn back and forth. I'm sorry I can't demonstrate, but I was also in an accident and broke my neck and back, so I cannot do any demonstrations. The pectoralis is the front at the chest, and this is a gliding joint. The bicep is right here in front of the humerus. The brachioradialis is down here on the arm, leads up from the thumb right here. It's not at the thumb, but it's up at the brachial area. The sartorius is down here, and it's inside the thigh, the anterior. The quadriceps are right here. They're at the front of the thigh, the femur, and this is a hinge joint. The rectus femoris is right here, the front of the femur, femoris. Occipitalis is at the back of the head, the base of the skull, this muscle back here. The deltoid is at the shoulder. The trapezius is right here at the back of the neck and right next to the vertebrae. It goes all the way down, actually goes all the way down here, this little T here. The teres minor is just above the scapula, and the teres major is just underneath the scapula. Let's see what's next. The triceps, those are inside here in the interior of the humerus. The latissimus dorsi is up in here. It's on the actual body, and it's kind of under the axilla down here at the ribs. The gluteus maximus is at the butt. The gastrocnemius is back here, and it's below the joint at the knee. The bicep femoris is above the knee. It's the opposite of the gastrocnemius. It's back here. The cranial aponeurosis is up here. It's at the top of the head. I had no idea the head had so many muscles. The iliopsoas is up here at the front of the femur, and it's kind of at the top. The temporalis is obviously at the temple, but it kind of goes up a ways. It's kind of actually a large muscle. The buccinator is the outside edge of the mouth, and the scalenes they're on the back. They are at the back of the ribs, and they go up into the neck. The masseter is over here. It's below the cheekbone on the face. The external intercostal is ribs, so it's on the outside part of the ribs, on outside of each rib. The diaphragm, which borders the liver, protects all that, is right here. The serratus anterior is the outside of each one of the ribs, The transversus abdominis is above here, just above the inguinal canal. The internal oblique abdominal is right about here on each side because it's just underneath the ribs. The external oblique abdominal is the same, it's the same area. But the internal is on the inside. It's like the layers of the fascia. It's the internal is on the inside and the external is on the outer layer. The rectus abdominis is each side of the umbilicus, where we do our sit-ups and get that tight muscles. The levitator ani is, it's the pelvic diaphragm, and it's just above this area here. The piriformis is, it's underneath, it's inside the body, and it's just near, it's right next to the pelvic bone. The coccygeus is up in here, and it's just posterior to the anus, right next to the coccyx bone. The bulbospongiosus is also, it's next to the genitals. It's up inside, so it's not easily seen, and that's the same thing with the ischiocavernosus. The rhomboid minor is up here. It's the upper part of the thoracic spine. The levitator scapulae is just above the scapula. Made it easy on that word. The supraspinatus is just, it's from the shoulder joints, at least as best as I can remember. The supraspinatus is just in from this, so it's right in here. It might be that one. The rhomboid major is, it's at the T-spine, and it's right next to the vertebrae, and this is a gliding joint, the way this one works. The palmaris longus is, it's up here, it's down here, and it's on the outside part, it's at the lower part above the wrist. The infraspinatus is, it's back here, it's over the scapula. The pronator teres is, okay, that one is at the bend of the elbow, and that is a hinge joint because it goes up and down, back and forth. The flexor capi ulnaris is the lower arm, so that one is down here on the outside part above by the ulna, and this is a hinge joint as well. The thenar muscles are, that one is the thumb to the wrist, and that is an ellipsoid joint. The flexor carpi radialis is also a hinge joint, and this in the same area. The pronator quadratus, oh, that one is right here. The flexor pollicis longus is at the wrist, and it's all those are like in the same area. The extensor pollicis brevis and longus, that one is on the other side. It's on the outside part of the thumb. The supinator is, I know it's a hinge joint, and to be honest, I just can't remember where it is right now. The adductor longus and brevis, those are in the anterior part of the thigh. The extensor digitorum That one is, it's on the outside part of the forearm. The extensor digitorum longus is, that one I think is, no, that one is down here, I think. The abductor pollicis brevis is right here. It's in the palm of the hand, right around there. The flexor hallucis longus, and that one is at the front, down here, about, I can't see that, at the front above the ankle. And this is a, oh, it's a joint, it's a gliding joint. The adductor magnus is the, that's the outer part of the thigh. So when we do the adduction, and this, the hip is, it's a ball and socket joint. The calcaneal tendon, that is back here. A lot of bad injuries can happen there. And this is a hinge joint. Let's see, the gluteus minimus is the lower portion of the rear end, and the gluteus medius is the upper portion. Let's see, that's not a joint. Exterior hallucis longus is, that one is, let's do this side, it's the top of the foot, and it goes down and connects into the number 1 toe. And let's see, what's the last one is plantaris, and that is the bottom of the foot, and that is an ellipsoid joint, and that is all of our muscles. Thank you.